place at the right time. Welcome to We'll Save the Podcast. I am your fiery GM, John Swan, and I am joined by my best buds, Vinnie Rodriguez, Garrett, Gilliam, and Kevin Egger.
Yeah. We're John's best friends, so you guys aren't allowed to be his best friends. Stay away.
Oh, what? Oh, wow.
Yeah. What? The willing can't creep in there. I know. Jeremy's trying though.
He did. He slid
Jeremy?
Yeah. Jeremy is doing.
Adam. Yeah. There's
Jeremy DMs me too. Okay. So did Adam. Oh, screw you guys. What? I also have friends.
What?
I'll DM.
Wait.
Will.
Will is not getting DMs. All right. Everybody in Discord.
Oh, actually,
DM
no,
Will.
it's good. Get the power of the willing.
DM Will and ask out.
Everyone.
Yeah,
everyone.
I mean,
DM Will and something.
Will and I DM each other.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Screw you, Vinnie.
It's true.
Vinnie, the guy who twice didn't respond to my text, even though he asked me a direct question, and then I replied with my answer to your direct question. How dare you?
Are you
Although
serious?
pre-Scotland you responded, and I was like, all right, cool, we turned over a leaf, but my God.
Wow.
I feel like we've had this conversation before, and I still don't remember.
We did. It's fine. We'll figure it out.
I was not expecting this banter to be mostly us airing our grievances.
Last banter was positive, remember? It was like, let's be positive.
It was positive.
Forced us to be.
No, it's
round,
not.
Round the group.
It's
What
not.
do you dislike about that?
Yes, that's a good idea. It can't cut too deep, though. Go on. Actually, let's not do that.
We've alienated enough states and enough people groups. Now we need to alienate ourselves.
Right, exactly.
From each other.
Oh my God.
You are listening and watching to the implosion. We'll see.
We'll save the self-destruction.
the beginning and the end.
You know what? We start strong, we finish strong. That's how we do it. All right, this is my thought, and I'm just going to bring this up. It's open-ended.
Okay.
I want to ask,
Thoughts today. Oh, yeah.
what horror movie are you kind of into, or is no, I'm never going to watch it? Because I didn't watch The Ring for a long time, and I didn't think I'd be scared, but I was kind of I'm just not going to watch it. And then I watched it last night. And I have to say, it was actually a great movie. That was
The first one, right? Because Ring 2 was on Showtime over the week.
Ring
last
2's
week.
ridiculous.
I was like,
Ring 1.
So I was in a hotel room all last week, and we had it was just click through Showtime. And the guide wasn't working, so I didn't know what movies were on. And so I would just Google scenes to try to figure out what the movie was. And the scene was a little boy named, I think, Adam, and the mom named Rachel in a Jeep down a wooded highway.
Rachel, yes.
And there was a deer, a buck that comes out and she slams on the brakes. And that wasn't enough to get anything. And then the deer attacked the car, and I was like, buck attacks car. And it was oh, that's The Ring 2.
Of course, that one classic scene.
And then I learned that Showtime you can actually Google or go to the Showtime website, and they will give you the schedule that's on TV currently, which was a lot.
Pretty great. Okay, yeah, that's very helpful. I do have to say the dialogue was my one thing, because the kid Adam doesn't want to spoilers. Rachel doesn't show him a lot of time, attention, and love. Bless you, Vinnie. And he calls his mom Rachel. He's like, "Oh, Rachel, hello," and it was and then he speaks very cryptically until, of course, the end, when he talks to her very frankly,
And then dies.
and he's like, "You fool!" No, he doesn't. That's part of the
Spoiler. Jeez, John. I don't know.
Wow. Did you spoil The Ring or The Ring 2? Because I can't remember which one was which. I can't remember how they...
both.
Oh, don't do that. Don't spoil The Ring 1.
I don't know. Wait, have you not seen The Ring 1?
Yeah, it's the Xbox One. It's actually the third movie. It's it's not good.
Wasn't it originally a Japanese movie?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Japanese?
It's called Ringu, if I remember correctly. I have not seen the Japanese one, but I think... Actually, I have, but it's I think it's the same fucking thing, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a shot-for-shot remake.
I can't remember, but it's pretty similar.
It's very 2002.
Yeah, it's... that was
answering machine, VHS tape, but it's great. VHS tape.
Speaking of Japanese horror movies that were remade as American and very good, The Garage is going to be mine for sure. stuck with me for so long. And like I did not start watching horror movies until I was around that old, like within the last couple of years. And so like I've seen It and It Part 2, making my way back through the Saw movies, which arguably could be thrillers and not horror, but
Fair.
but I saw The Grudge as a teenager, and that shit. The idea of just moving into a home and having stupid.
Did the home hate you?
The home hate me, having like demons crawling out of the attic and down the stairs trying to kill. Like, nope.
The attic is legit the creepiest place. Like
Always.
Yeah, for sure. That's why we don't have them in California.
I haven't seen. Is it The Watcher?
Same with Basement.
Yeah, we don't have those
They
either.
have both. And I live in California.
Yeah.
But there's
What is The Watcher, Kev?
I think it's called The Watcher, and it is actually a Netflix
Yes.
show. But that's
I did
based
see
on a
that.
true story from like less than 10 years ago.
It's a good series.
But apparently, like the actual story is not as creepy. It was more like somebody just leaving notes in the mailbox. It wasn't like somebody sneaking into their house. But
They sensationalized it, but
yeah.
yeah.
I
Exactly
For like
what you think.
the ghost stories of Dunsky.
no, I'm telling you, I can't say anything. I signed an NDA. I'm not allowed to say anything else.
I didn't believe
The horror movies that I won't let anybody sleep on is the Scream movies. So Scream 1, absolute classic. If you haven't seen it, you need to fix yourself.
seen it.
I am in the process of getting my wife to watch it.
Nice.
Okay, great. Scream 1, fantastic. Scream 2, okay. Scream 3, I never saw Scream 4.
4 I heard was really good.
I never saw 4. And from what I understand, it wasn't good. 5 is the remake one.
Oh, maybe that's the. Maybe
It's
5.
it's just called Scream, but it's actually Scream 5 because then Scream 6 is called Scream 6. But the second Scream is very clearly a requel. It's to the point that there is a character in the movie that is the equivalent to the Jamie Kennedy character in the first Scream movie, explaining we're in a horror movie and this is not a sequel, it's not a remake, it's a requel, and points all the details out, and it's just like, man. But like that movie and the second one, Scream 6, I was like, man, I'm gonna watch the second one. And I was actually I was pretty impressed by them, and to the point where like I couldn't figure out who the killers were until the last second. And I was like, oh dang, they got me every time. So yes, excellent films. Don't sleep on those. Go watch them. They're really good.
I guess I suppose I'll follow that up because I haven't seen Scream 1, and then the first the only convention so far that we've all been to, minus Vinnie, unfortunately, because before Vinnie, was Gen Con.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and then like I had no idea who Matthew Lillard was, and then Kevin in front of Matthew Lillard was like, "Oh, don't you know who he is? Don't you know who he is, Kelly?" Right
So
in front of him,
embarrassed.
and then Matthew Lillard was like twice because I passed by again,
I wanted
and he
to talk
kept
to him
at it
about
again.
Hackers and SLC Punk, and we were just fixated on like.
Yeah, he was very.
Scream. You didn't know I was in Scream.
Yeah, Matthew
How old are
Lillard
you?
harassed
What the fuck
me.
is this?
All right, at that convention, on more than one occasion about this. But then I found out that he was in the Scooby-Doo movie, and then I was like, oh, okay, I know who you are from your worst movie ever.
Right.
But
That's the one
anyway,
he's like most known for.
he seemed nice. I honestly don't really watch horror movies, unfortunately. I don't know why. I have seen The Ring and I have seen The Grudge, but since those were already chosen, I don't know what to say. There's a really, I don't watch them, but I can kind of, sort of. Kevin said because like it's a bit of a mystery. There's like some horror mystery episodes of Detective Conan. If you know what Detective Conan is, it's a really cool little anime that legit has sometimes very hard to like figure out who actually was the murderer per episode or whatever. It's a very good show. Check out Detective Conan. So, for some reason in English it's called Case Closed or something. Anyway, that's my answer. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was the Netflix series, and there's been. Oh, it's Haunting of Hill House. I love
Yeah,
that
and then
series.
there's a follow-up.
Is it a follow-up? Are they related?
No, I don't think they're related. I think it's a separate season.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
Bly Manor.
White Lotus. You know, no. It's Fall of the House of Usher.
No, Fall of the House of Usher is actually, and I really want to watch this. It's a Edgar Allan Poe story.
Yeah.
That's being
very
made
good one.
into a series, and it's getting rave reviews. But I need to watch that one. But there's another one it's the same filmmakers and a lot of the same actors, and it's I think Haunting of Bly Manor is the other
I've
one.
heard of that one. Yeah, it's supposed to be good.
Related to the Annabelle series as well?
Not that I know of.
I thought it was like the house that they started. I don't know why.
Yeah, I never saw that one, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, I just don't have enough time. So John, you told me you used to read the.
Oh yeah, I still do.
I started doing that mostly because I just don't have time to watch all these crappy horror movies. So I'm like,
That's also it.
The what?
the synopsis, the
will
plots.
read
Oh
the
my
synopsis
god!
of horror movies because I don't have time to watch it, and it looks interesting, and I will then like Google certain scenes and be like, oh, so how's this scene
Is that kind
go?
of like reading a recipe instead of eating like a dinner? It seems like kind of weird.
It's the Cliff
If
Notes.
you
He's
get
doing the
satisfied
Cliff
by it,
Notes
then
version.
I'm
But
doing Cliff Notes.
But that's still a medium that's similar. Like when you're it's like a movie that you're reading. This it's kind of strange to me. But okay, I got
Well,
you.
and I judged it first. The first time I heard him say that, I was like, "That's stupid, dude. Why don't you just watch the movies?" But now I don't have the time to do it. So now it's saved me. It has saved me from bad movies. Like, no offense, but the movie with what's his name that plays Drax?
I don't know. John Batista.
Oh,
Yeah,
Home
Batista.
Alone or not Home Alone.
So he has a horror movie
Cap-
out that I was like, man, I was like on the verge of watching that one, and then I was like, I'm just gonna read the synopsis, and I'm glad I did because it sounds terrible.
Not good.
And it got really terrible reviews, but
Yeah, that's tough. Because like on the one hand, the experience is so different.
Totally.
Consuming the media that it is reading. It's like the difference between, and I'm sorry, because this is definitely going to hurt us the explicit tag. It's the difference between porn and sex.
I think it's even worse because like it's like reading the synopsis of a porn movie and not even erotic fiction. It's just like, this is what happens in Big Tits 35, and then you're just like reading that instead of watching it or
There
having
was
sex.
no sausage on the pizza with the delivery boy came.
Yeah, who knew? I didn't see that coming. Also, John, there are like, if for people like you, and I understand, because as a person I have a similar situation where we don't have too much time. YouTube, they have like 10-minute breakdowns of videos.
That's fine too.
Movies you could watch.
Happy to watch that. I do say I like reading like creepypasta stuff. Like if there's ever a social media or like a Reddit thing that's creepy, I will read the fuck out of it for sure.
This one's definitely going to be like flag explicit for sure. We've had 2 fucks,
Oh, yeah, 100%.
3 now, and then that thing that Vinnie
Yeah.
said, which was good and accurate, but funny and also
Good and accurate but funny. Well, I gotta ask Will, is there anything that you wanna
What?
wanna add?
What's the question again? I'm sorry.
Just is there a horror movie that you like or that freaked you out or that you recently saw besides Scream?
Well, I mean, I recently, this past Halloween, I visited some old slasher films, which I don't consider horror. They're more just like gore. But I really like independent film. My wife works in independent film with a lot of filmmakers. One of the things that I really enjoyed watching recently was Barbarian, which is now on HBO. And I encourage anyone who has HBO to watch it. And if you read the synopsis, you might like it, you might not. I don't know.
I won't read it. I'll watch it.
But it's worth a watch. It's a good scary. Not super scary. It's not like I don't want to spoil it or try to ruin it, but it's good. I do have one minor beef with it, but it's not anything worth airing. And yeah.
Okay. Vinny, why are you smiling so, to borrow a Trumpism, I guess, bigly? I feel like that's a real word now. Why are you smiling so bigly?
I'm just like, what? We'll just give him the synopsis. He's gonna just.
That's all he's gonna read.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Synopsis is different from reading the full plot. Like,
I'm not going to read the synopsis. I truly read the synopsis when I'm like, oh, that's right, there's this movie, I'm not going to see it. But if there's something that I'm going to see, then I'm, like, I didn't read the synopsis for The Ring before I went to see it.
all right. Before we drop the topic, there's Adam Ellis is a comic book artist.
Such a funny artist.
He's
And very
hilarious,
talented, yeah.
but
So
his horror is it's
really good.
Yeah, he'll have like a 6-page comic book that you're just like, my God. I don't even want to like spoil any of them, but like they're so good. Go look him up. I think he's putting out a book. I want to get it. But the reason I started following him in the first place was back in the old days of Twitter, I think it was. He started putting pictures up and doing a thread about a haunting in his own bedroom.
Oh, that guy.
That guy. And at the end, it was like a baby with a caved-in head, and it was like very clearly a CGI character that he just copied and pasted onto a picture. And I was like, man, I followed you for 60 days. This is such
cool.
But his
kinda
art and his storytelling style is fantastic. Go read his stuff. Yeah. Anyways,
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Colin.
No, I was just gonna say, Adam, if you're listening, yeah, no, really, you can do it simultaneously too. You can make a story funny and terrifying at the same time, and your art style is really brilliant. So it's just very good. It's just overall well written. You should write other things too, like movies or APs for Starfinder or something.
Yeah, casual. Just jump into a whole new brand and medium.
Or
Sounds good.
just send us some plot hooks. We'll play test them.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you want to be a writer on the Will Save Extended, what is it called? The Intergalactic Adventures of the
Interstellar Tales.
Interstellar Adventures. Intergalactic
Adventure.
Yeah, do that one.
I'm embarrassed for you for not knowing.
Sorry, I'm tired.
Do you even listen to the show, Kelly?
I do.
You do.
I'm sorry.
He's new, guys. Leave him alone.
Yeah, dude, come on. Yeah. Classic. We should play, before I go, there is one comic that stayed with me, and it's the one where the people need to find their body-shaped hole in the mountain. Look, just...
Is it
Yeah.
Adam Ellis or something else?
No, just at some point, read it. It's very short.
I'm
it's
looking
very
it
creepy.
up for later.
It's very good.
Did
Let's
you-
play.
Hang on. Did you give a
What
horror
happened?
movie?
Sorry?
No,
we
you
always
didn't.
go through these questions and John never answers. What's your horror movie?
Well, because I thought that was a ring. There's two. One is one of The Conjuring is my favorite horror scene ever that I watched. It was amazing. And I won't say what it is. I think it was the first one when they move in the house and the mom and the daughter are playing hide and seek, and she goes into one of the empty rooms, and it's really good.
Is it
And
the
then
others?
no, and then Paranormal Activity that messed
That's
me
a
up.
great movie.
That messed me up. Legit.
I won't watch it.
That was
Yeah.
too much. That was too much for me.
That's such a great movie.
And it was awesome. It was great. Like, they nailed it. And then I do have to say, I think it was 2 or 3. I think it was 2 where they put the camera on a fan motor. So they actually upped the ante in the sequel, because then they put the camera facing like the entryway and the stairs, and then it would slowly rotate, and right in the middle there was a
that's pretty good.
fireplace, so you couldn't see anything, and then it would rotate and it would be the kitchen, and there's like the tension in that fucking fan and waiting for the camera to shift. That was good. That was really good.
That's very talented. I like that. That was really the beginning of a new genre of horror. Was they started at the very first movie? Yeah.
Yeah, I've already I carry a lot of anxiety in general.
So read the synopsis.
as John drops his mic.
No, it's fun.
Okay.
I do like watching it.
Fair.
We should watch some.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kevin's gonna be out here soon. Maybe we could do a Halloween movie night.
Ooh.
You know, I mean, it's already it's late.
I mean, I think he'll
Yeah, dude. It's
he'll
right
have
past
a week
Halloween.
after Halloween.
Definitely not before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? You know?
You guys don't watch horror movies leading up to Christmas?
Boy, you know,
Nightmare
it's
Before Christmas.
eerie in
It's a
here.
Christmas
Yeah.
movie.
I want to ask you guys. Jump into the game.
Right.
Before we get into this recap, just want to ask.
Boy, you know, it's eerie in here.
Thank you. Ooh, that was a good one. That's like a sleeper one. Will doesn't drop that. Cool.
Will is not missing with the drops. And
No.
we're only like 20 minutes in.
I know. It's good. It's good. How are you all feeling as players and characters? And I'm asking because, you know, there's one kind of mini chapter. It's closing a little bit. You left. Now you're about to land at the steward's base. And just at this moment of transition, I just want to ask, what are you thinking? How are you feeling? This is pretty open-ended. Who is tapping?
That's me, so I guess I'll go. Heerz is feeling apprehensive. I mean, no place that he's landed or ship that he's boarded has ever been safe. So he has a feeling that it's probably not going to be what it appears when he lands. He's also apprehensive about getting answers, but slightly excited about getting answers to the puck. He has that in his possession still, but he did have Shay look at it.
Yeah, what the puck, dude? Anyways.
The stewards and Heerz have a relationship.
You said that. Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
All right. Well, Kevin, why are you so angry about this?
Sus.
Because you never told me.
It's
Rick doesn't know about that thing.
it's not that. All right. He's been betrayed a lot, and they basically already know. So maybe at some point he'll let you know. Rick, you literally go around killing everything. Like, it's not like
We're roommates.
I can't. Yeah, that's true.
We're room.
Hey, you're making me feel bad.
You
All
should
right.
feel bad.
Well,
That's the point.
Maybe at some point we'll figure it out together. All right, our friendship will go on a new path.
Okay.
Anyway, whatever. That's my long answer with Kevin's interruption about how he feels. I feel the same way. I want to know all of the above myself as Kelly.
Okay.
I'll say I think Rick is relieved. We're finally off of a ship for the first time in this entire game. We're on solid ground. We're at the steward's base.
Solid Magma.
Right. It's
an asteroid or something.
we're on liquid ground. But like we're finally on ground. And I think for that, the fact that it's also a steward's base is very reassuring to him that, you know, he's As for Kevin-
Stewards.
Kevin is very apprehensive because I know that we're only halfway through book 3 on a 6-book AP. So very meta. This isn't over. Like this.
What I'm
So-
hoping it's not is another proving ground. Yeah.
I know.
Or another. Sorry, I don't know if that's the right term.
We're all
I'm interrupting you,
it's
Kevin.
A simulation this entire time. This whole thing.
Well,
is
I'm
a
sure it's still
simulation.
a simulation, but probably. But if it's another dungeon crawler, is what I mean. Oh my god, I need to.
It's going to be literally the end of book
Absolutely.
6. They're going to be like, you finally get unplugged.
I would never do that. I'm stating that now on episode 86 that I will not tell you at the end of this whole shebang that you just wake up.
It was all a dream.
I'd be really pissed.
Well,
yeah, that
worse
trope
ending.
is over and done. No more of those.
Okay.
I read about it in a couple movies.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Let's all check the
Don't.
synopsis of the Theater Conspiracy real quick.
Do yourself a
Are
favor.
you
Look
gonna
ahead so you know what's
look for
coming.
the We'll save the podcast synopsis.
Ooh. I think we need to have one. Okay.
True is.
Will? Vinnie? Thoughts?
Dr. Okay's nervous, apprehensive, full of anxiety. He has been alone. He's comfortable enough with his fellow teammates, but his mind is just racing with questions about his colleague and his home. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't. That's so interesting that you were like, he's alone.
Yeah.
There's a
But
lot
he's
about
been-
Dr. OK that's yet to be known.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Interesting. And then Will didn't say anything else. Last time.
What do you want me to say?
What else is
He's enigmatic.
Yeah.
The synopsis of Will's life would take a long time.
It would,
I mean,
yeah.
he traveled.
It's
through
already
space
been
and time.
told.
It's like a sentence long.
I mean, you could
28
probably devote your whole
volumes.
career to finding Will in ancient
Well, you have to define
historical
Will
texts.
first, so it's like kind
That's
of
true.
hard. That's the thing about synopses. You got to
Yeah,
start.
but if you know where to look, you can see his signature.
Depends on
in
what
certain
type
text.
of resolution
It's like
you're
shadows.
looking
All we see right
Yeah.
now is just a shadow of Will. So
It's just a shadow of Will.
this is all we get.
Aren't we all just shadows of our previous selves?
Yeah.
Is that how Colin's feeling?
I think Colin is as close to a psychotic break as you can get without breaking.
Oh, wow.
Thinking through everything he's experienced in the last, what are we at? 3 days? 4 days?
Yeah.
Happening
Yeah.
across creatures he didn't believe existed. In a plant that he didn't know anything about. He's seen everything from radioactive trolls to giant half Rivener Akeshti. But like sentient, which he's never seen before. He's seen Riveners and he's seen Akeshti, but he's never seen them both together. Happening across this ship that seemingly rescued them from this asteroid that no longer exists. Was itself sucked into this green nebula, only to find themselves in the drifts, stranded by these greys and kidnapped, with his mind wiped yet again. So yeah, I think he's probably a little bit angry. He's a little bit frustrated. Like, what is happening? Why is this happening to me? He's also probably worried about his team back on Akiton. Like, how much time has passed since being kidnapped? Is that, like, are they still doing their mission? You know, his family back on Absalom. Like, there's a lot. And I don't know that he's equipped to handle it all.
It's a lot. I mean, like, you did just wake up in a pile of plants, and now you have to, like, trust these 4 other individuals you've been with. And already you're getting your mind fucked with all the stuff that's going on. So it's a lot to deal with. John, how many days with the party at large? So pre Vinnie, how long have we been playing, really? Days wise in Starfinder? Is it 3-4 days? 5-6?
Since
Since
book
left.
1.
Yeah.
since book 1,
Since the beginning.
Jumping on board the Chimera.
Has it been a
That's
week?
a
question.
four or
Probably been
5
about
days,
2
yeah.
weeks.
So it's 5 days in this last leg, right after your
Oh
impressive.
yeah,
start
this
to
is actually the
combat.
most time we've kind of had pass by.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
with it between episodes.
Yeah.
It like being
That was the end of
in
last
drift. Yeah.
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 So that was 5 days. Then it was an extra day, because that's when you got on board the Void Crier and then, went to sleep, abduction. Then you spent, I think, you took 2 long rests in book 2, I believe. And with all the
Yeah.
combat and everything, I would say it was about a day to 2 days.
Okay.
Probably somewhere in between. So let's just call it 2 days, right? Because you guys are doing a lot. And then on the Chimera, I mean, I will say, looking back, you all moved pretty quickly through a lot of things. There were parts of the book that I had to be like, all right, I don't know if I can fit this in, and I don't know if you guys are going to get to some things that happened, because you all
Like
moved
the
pretty quick.
second cargo bay.
Yeah, that never happened.
Yeah,
Just gonna merge those together.
Could have gone there any time, and just you were like, you know what? Look, it's fine. It's fine. So all in all, what is that? 10 days?
So we've known
5,
these.
6,
Wow.
8.
Okay.
10, 11 days? Almost 2 weeks.
But when you've been through so much together, your bonds can grow strong really quickly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Relationships are formed in the Crucible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. So it's at the tail end of these 5 days that you all, as we discussed last time, coming out of the drift into the beautiful blue and purple of Brethida, and then the slow, fiery red, black rock beginning to dominate your screen. Bless you. That sounded like you smashed Legos on the
Yeah,
floor.
I thought there was like a ship crashing
Yeah.
in the background or
Yeah.
something. Space.
It's classic Kev. Every time I see him and he sneezes, he throws Legos on the floor. It's really weird.
I keep them in my pocket. Just for
Yeah, they're all snotty Legos. It's great. Love that. Love that. Kelly, are you on Foundry? I don't see you on Foundry.
Oh, yeah, yeah, totally. I'll be there.
Yeah. No, you totally are.
I think there was something
All right,
I'm
so
missing.
You have come aboard. I'll not say aboard. You have come onto the Death Moon of Veros, as some have called it. It's primarily research, some mining, mostly run by prison camps.
Do we know about its existence? Like, would we know it by name?
Yeah, I mean, who did a culture check last time when you all
I
were
think so,
landing?
yeah.
Yeah. About that there are small facilities. It's an incredibly inhospitable environment.
Yeah.
You come aboard, or I keep saying the word aboard because we're used to ships. You come down over these black, dark hills dotted by fiery lava pits. And as shown on Foundry, the Void Crier pulls into the base at Tirkala's base, the steward's base here on Veros. Gonna go ahead and change the music here.
To something happy and nice.
Yep. Yay!
Things are gonna
As you
be
come in,
so
there are a bunch
good.
of balloons, and they're like, "Welcome back!
Yes!
Yay!"
You did it, guys!
There's a band.
Oh, there will never be any
There's,
problems ever again.
Yeah.
There's people waiting for us, and they put, like, flower necklaces
Yeah.
over us. And
Lava
say,
stones.
"Welcome."
Yeah. Welcome. Hello. Welcome to
Hello.
Tirkala's. So, as your ship pulls in, you can see that there is another ship next to you. This base is pretty large, and the hangar itself is very spacious. You all, I believe, were on the bridge, and Shay, Narla, everyone starts to get ready to de-ship. Let's call it de-board. Are you all rushing to get off, or are you waiting? What's the...
Do we have any luggage?
Do you have...
No, we shouldn't.
I mean, you
All
probably don't have
our
too
luggage
much.
is left on the command.
All the luggage we were hauling around behind us this entire quest.
My roller bag.
Heerz and Rick are like trying to pack their armor in their carry-on.
Everyone watch
Heerz,
out
give it back.
for Heerz duffel merch coming to Will Save Soon. It's gonna be really good.
It's big enough to hold a suit of light armor, right? It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Formian Venom Caster.
A level 7 one. Don't forget.
Yeah.
It's actually a null space duffel bag. Yeah, it fits a lot in there.
It's a lot.
It fits a lot.
I guess speaking of the armor, I think that's one thing that Rick is going to do is, like, as they announce that we're approaching Berthita, and he knows, like, oh, we've only got a few more hours before we actually land. He goes and finds Orvir's room. What is it called? What's the
Quarters.
word?
Dormitory?
Quarters. That's the word. Sorry, my brain just
Room?
Yeah.
Room?
So he knocks on the door, and when Orvir opens the door, he's got the armor kind of stacked up very neatly in a pile. Like almost like the way you expect a military dressed piece of armor. This is heavy armor, right? So like the way you expect heavy armor to be, combined in a way that it's able to travel with. And he just presents that back to him and says, "Thank you for letting me borrow this."
Well, I'm glad I kept you safe.
Here's his.
So neat. Yeah. Oh, hey, Heerz.
Oh, sorry. Here's is right behind Rick. He's like, we are good people. We return things. His arms are folded.
Yeah,
He's
no,
like nodding in approval.
Definitely are. Yeah, for sure.
The situation calls for it.
Yeah, that's right.
No, Rick says, like,
here.
I'm just very thankful that I didn't actually have to use it in any way, and I appreciate you being so lenient on the actions of me taking it from you in the way that I did. I apologize.
Well, I was unconscious, so was there something that happened when you took it from me?
No.
But does he really not know everything that went down?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I was talking to Rick, but yeah, do you really not? You remember everything that happened, right? We told you what happened.
Yeah, I just, yeah. No, I'm glad that you used it and you didn't have to use it. And
Yeah.
You both are true combatants. Maybe one day we'll have to do a little wrestling, or, hope I don't have to be against you. I'd be scared. Kind of gives you a wink. I'm proud of you. Rick,
yeah.
that offer stands if you ever want to join the Peritons.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not that impressed, so I'm probably not going to join. He just kind of walks away.
Heerz, yeah. Not so much. Yeah. Sorry.
They literally, there were 4 of us and we kicked their asses. I mean, come on, they can't be that great.
We did take
We're not
all
even
the
professionals.
pikes.
They are mercenaries, and we just destroyed them. We have a healer, a slug scientist, admittedly a fucking killer robot, and then a pirate who's not as good as killing as Rick. So it doesn't make sense. It just means we're that good. All right, I'm sorry. Pike's Pierce.
Heerz.
Thanks for
I didn't mean to
shitting
say
on
that in front of you,
wrestlers.
Orbir. I apologize.
If you ever want to join the Peritons, there's always a spot. Just let
thanks.
me know. Yeah.
Rick
Always
nudges
happy to
Heerz and says, I hope you're aware that you are speaking out loud and not telepathically.
Yeah, I heard that whole thing.
Oh,
It's all right.
I'm sorry. My antenna got clipped, and ever since then, things have been kind of firing up.
That's what it is. It's not that you have a list or anything.
shit.
It's that you just
That's
you
the
don't
plot.
use telepathy.
All right, it all came back. Jimmy T.
Cannon.
Jimmy T, I know that you suggested the lisp, but I can't lisp to save my life. I'm so sorry. In exchange, what I'm going to do is this. All right, Jimmy T on Discord. I'm going to occasionally speak out loud accidentally. Maybe I'll flip a coin or something. And then, I'll pull a shock and flip a coin and see what happens. All right, anyway.
All right, well, look.
We'll see if it's actually
be
telepathic.
We'll be at Veros soon enough, and we can relax and talk more about it. And Rick, thank you. Kind of, gestures to the armor, and shuts the door. So we flash forward, unless there's anything else you wanted to do with that scene.
Just an embarrassing revelation. It didn't occur to me until this exact moment that Orvir Pike is the Pike of Pike's Puritans.
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Nice.
They're his Peritons, yeah.
You got a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the
Cool.
entirety of them?
Good talk.
Well, it could be 2 more. Anyway, so
He's got brothers.
yeah.
Rick's a goody two shoes. If he's going to join anyone, it's going to be, a quote unquote goody two. We'll see about that. But he says that he wants to join the stewards. So yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
So let's flash forward. The ship has come in to the hangar at Tirkalis base. And I will move you over to a map and foundry, but I do want to know, are you all getting off with everybody? You in the front, you in the back? What are you doing?
Wow, out of context, that
you
sounded
Russian?
terrible.
Can you say it again, John?
I'm gonna say middle.
Wait.
You're in the middle. Okay.
Okay.
Everyone
telling us
is
to
getting
take-
off the ship. I'm just asking, are you at the front of the line? Are you get out of the way, I want to get off? Or are you I'm just going to hang in the back?
I'm gonna hang and observe from the middle.
From the middle. Cool.
It's safest in the
Colin
middle,
is
probably.
nearby Dr. OK, but they're not talking, but they are walking together.
Yeah.
Rick will
I'd
be
say
in
Colin,
about-
Dr. K
front
walk.
I'd say about 15 meters apart.
Rick will be in front of the group of the 4, but he's closer to he's going to be nearer the stewards. There's probably I'm assuming there's a separation of stewards and Peritons at this point, and we're probably all in the middle. So I think Rick is kind of leading the way, almost piggybacking off of the stewards, but staying close to the other 3.
Heerz will be behind Rick, but in front of the Pike's Puritans, just kind of folding his arms as he comes down the gangway or whatever. Just kind of chatting with them lightly as he goes down.
You're chatting with the Pike's Puritans?
Yeah, just casually.
Okay. Cool. I like it. And Rick is
Talking about armor
cool.
choices.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. Asking people why they have certain armor.
He just looks
Shay
sadly
and
at
Narla.
Orgon's armor, yeah.
Shay and Narla lead the way down the boarding ramp and out of the ship, with Orvir next to them, you all in the middle, as you said. The mercenaries are around you and bringing up the rear. The hangar is pristine. It's clean, if you can picture this. It is very organized. Storage stacks along the side and rear walls. Things are put away neatly, nicely. It's large enough for 2 ships. It's a double height space, easily 40, 50 feet up. Yours and the ship to your left, which has the same symbol that the Pike's Puritans have. So you think that this is probably their ship. I'm going to bring you to a map.
Wait, can you say again? So the ship we got off of is definitely the Stewards.
It's a Void Crier.
And the ship that pulled in next to us that was similar is definitely a Pike's Puritans ship.
Yeah, it's similar. If you want to see what ship model it is, I will need a culture check if anybody, as you're getting off.
Here's my
anything
know
about
about ships, though. Let me see.
Yeah, go Heerz. Woo.
All right, let's take a look.
Do you have like a profession pirates thing or something?
Actually, I don't know.
Pirates.
It's a good question. All right, so it's a 13, but I'm self-modifying it because I'm a pirate, so I'm going to say plus
What?
10 to that. So that's a 23. Nah, JK, I'm sorry, Tom. It's just
You
a
would get
13.
like a -5 on your DC for if you have like a profession. So like Dr. OK
Yeah, the
has,
DC
like,
drops.
genetics and
Yeah.
life science. DC is -5 generally.
Got it. Could also give me a piloting check. Or engineering, I think.
That's a good idea.
Those two add in as well.
Oh, well then hell yeah. I guess I'll do that for sure. I'll do engineering then. 21.
Yeah, it's a Sandoval Vagabond.
Sandoval.
Light transport.
It sounds lame.
Yeah.
Sandoval Vagabond.
Yeah. It's a cool ship. And I hit the resume browsing in my freaking browser. All right, I'm gonna bring you over to a new map, and I'm always nervous when I do this because I hope I got all of your vision and everything right. So if you see a lot, then maybe give me a shout out.
Oh boy, look.
Okay.
So I've now activated the map. You should see the immensity
Oh boy,
of the Void
look.
Crier on top above you. You will see the 4 of you in the middle of the pack with Narla, Shay, and Orvir at the front. And you should see, if you scroll up a little bit, you can see the tip of the Pike's Puritans ship that is sticking out from the other end of the hangar.
Oh.
I also see 3 characters standing around. Are we supposed to see them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As soon as you get off, you see that there is an android with teal blue hair, dressed in pretty casual work clothes. They are walking around, carrying, updating. Seems like they are walking with a purpose, not really paying too much attention to you. There are 2 other figures. There's a human in more of a flight outfit, and there is a human female who is with red hair in a typical steward's blue outfit. They're all moving around. You can maybe see their legs as you're getting off. They're all around the hangar, but you all can see everything, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. So you see that there are airlock doors that lead from the hangar. There's a single door to the south, and there is a double airlock door to the east. The east door has on it the words restricted access that bridge the 2 leaves of the doors. And as you're walking out maybe you all have just started to walk forward. Shay, Narla, and Orvir have stopped. And the door that is the restricted door opens. And out walk this tall humanoid in gleaming suit of blue powered armor.
Holy shit.
Approaches, accompanied by a Vlaka in a steward's outfit that is impeccable.
It is so
As
cool.
soon as the armored
Do you
figure.
know these people, Kelly? What do you?
No, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited there's finally a dog person. Because I remember when we played with the Emergency Power Pod and Hex Grid Heroes, I really wanted to be one. I've never seen one before. That's so cool. Oh my god.
The armored figure, this huge blue power armor that looks impressive, to say the least. You can feel the ground vibrate with every step that they take. Their face is long. They have the large black eyes, close cropped white hair. This is a Verthani with a stern face. They walk up. Your Lamas, Doctor, welcome back. Your reports preceded you, although the last one, not by much. Gives a knowing look to Narla. Kind of like, I see you. Commander Pike? Nods at Commander Pike. Good to see you as well. And, tries to look around. Looks at you, makes eye contact with you, Rick, with you, Heerz, Dr. K, and Colin. See, you've brought some of the guests that you mentioned. Yalamas. Though I can't quite see Dr. OK and Colin, but he thinks he does. He says, I'm Inspector Jock's Herd. I'm the supervisor here. Narla just jumps up. As soon as he stops and leaves a punctuation at the end of his sentence, she says, these people have been through a lot, Inspector. Both the Peritons and the 4 that we rescued. They then rescued us. They deserve our respect. Herd just nods. From your reports, I must agree. Welcome to Tirkalis base. Now, you might see the door behind me. That's restricted access. You might go into some of these areas there. That's fine. Under chaperone. You might be asked to for, debriefing or maybe a medical exam. Actually, where is the doctor? The Vlaka leans over and you hear like, all right, she's busy now. You might go back there with a chaperone. You are not to be back there without a chaperone. We do like to keep things tidy and follow the rules here. This door, however, is all yours and points to the door to the east that's right next to Orvir. This is the guest sector. You are more than welcome to spend your time here. I'm sure that the Peritons know it well. I'm sure that they can show you around. Shay, Narla should debrief to get to things right away. Starts to turn and walk away. Orvir opens the door. That's next to him, the single door to the south. What do you all do? Jock's Herd and the Vlaka, Shay, and Narla are starting to walk to the restricted door.
Heerz stops the Vlaka. Or he I can't move, so I guess he attempts to move towards him or her. Or
unpaused it.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, just 1 second. I'm Heerz.
She
and he holds out. his hand to her. Not sure if you make greetings this way. I wanted to introduce myself. I've met many types of people, but never whatever you are. So I'm just a little curious. Where are you from?
Jox has now stopped and turned around and sees the Vlaka looking at you in conversation. And the Vlaka doesn't answer. and just walks
What the
away.
hell? That's so rude. Okay.
Rick opens fire.
Yeah. If ever there was a time for
Nobody
Rick to
walks
open
away
fire,
from
it's
us.
right now.
Show us some damn respect.
John, why would you do that to me? This is why would you do that? Oh no. All right. Well, here's this defeated now, and he's gonna generally walk towards the open section, I guess, mumbling to himself.
Okay.
Looks like our hosts aren't really in the mood for fanfare, it seems.
You could just say hello or nice to meet you or something. Maybe they don't understand. I don't know.
Perhaps. Perhaps
The
their
Peritons.
minds occupied with other business.
Maybe Torv or Kaneko is walking by you when, or maybe one of them, and they agree with you that the stewards are here. Some are friendly, some are not. So, I will show you where your rooms will be. I'm pinging on the map 2 sets of rooms that are your rooms. Orvir is like, they didn't really do a good job, but I'll talk to Shay and Narla about it. But these are gonna be your rooms here.
I think I'll take this
And-
top one. Yeah.
Okay. You can tell from the hallways that, like the Void Crier, the blue and gold trimmed hallways are clean, pristine, very militaristic. Seems like there's been some modifications to the walls, like there's some art that is like kind of just different. Doesn't seem like militaristic, but you know, they've been here for a while. It's a hostile place. Maybe they wanted to add something in. So
Bob Ross paintings.
yeah.
Are there some star paintings, perhaps? Just chilling out.
Stars.
Yeah, just little stars and clusters.
Oh, it's nice to know that
Far-off
Rolu made it.
Yeah,
His art wasn't popular until after he passed, but
He was ahead of his time, for sure.
Rick is gonna ask Orvir when he's showing us around. He's gonna ask Orvir, like, is this a black site or is it a fairly known base?
Good question. You know, my understanding here, it's mostly for rescuing endangered civilians, right nearby. I've seen sometimes where they've had to go out and arrest some escapees from some of the preceding prisons around here. And obviously there are times where, they have special missions, right? Like what we were doing.
Does
that answer your question?
Exploring all of the
Yeah,
rooms.
here's.
Yeah, guys,
You're-
I gotta say, we got really.
He's gonna try to say this in his head, actually. So I'm gonna like flip a coin. Hold on. Let me. Or
Just
actually, I don't have a
roll
coin
it-
on me.
just
so I'm gonna
roll
a
a D100.
Yeah,
100.
The D hundo
a D hundo. Fuck. How do I do that on here again? Okay.
/ roll.
Do you not have your dice?
Slash roll
Get your die.
1D.
D1 D100. It's a 96. I haven't determined. Okay. Do you? Oh, never mind. I'm gonna roll one more. What should be success and what should be
What
failure?
did you roll?
No, because it's
What
already.
did you roll?
I rolled a 96, but I haven't determined what's succeeds or
Those are
fails.
ours.
Anything less than
Hang on,
50,
Will.
If you're going 50-50, it'd be less than 50, it's a failure.
Okay.
Right.
So Heerz successfully
successful.
telepathically says,
I gotta say, like, our rooms are way better. Theirs are galley style, and there's like 10 beds per room or something like that. So I think we lucked out, guys.
Where's our rooms?
"This is down the
So
hall."
Orvir points to the 2 rooms in the center block. Those are going to be your rooms.
Yeah, but there's only like 1 bed, so we have to like share a bed, though. You
It's a
realize
bunk
that, right?
bed.
Oh, okay. It's a bunk bed. All right.
It's a hot rack. Yeah. Who is rooming with who?
Well, I guess I'll
I'm
room with
going to
Rick
step
again,
into the-
if you're okay with that, Rick.
The furthest.
I have no objections.
I'll take the bottom bunk, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a.
Colin instinctually follows Dr. OK.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the medicine stick together.
Mm.
That makes sense.
So
you a top or a bottom?
Answer carefully. Choose wisely.
choose
I
one.
prefer the top, but I'm not sure what.
That's all right. I
But-
already kind of put my stuff on the bottom bunk here. That's fine.
Wasn't
You
sure
have-
if any practical challenges with the whole slug thing.
I don't want to slime onto you inadvertently.
Likewise.
So, you know, if something happens during the night, I don't want to make a mess on you. That'd be a rude awakening.
That would be.
Agreed.
You just wake up with like, okay, doctor. No, never mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dr. OK has chosen wisely.
I'm happy to show you around real quick. Or if you're standing outside, he's knocked on both of your doors.
I don't want to have to drag my character all the way around for you to show me.
Yeah, let's
Going
take it
into
to
That's
the
fine.
long way.
You don't have to. He points to 2 sets of rooms that are right across from each of y'all. Those are going to be your bathrooms, your lavatories. The main room that is, if you go through, there's a large room. It's about 20 by 20. That's going to be the rec room. There is a galley over on the right. We can get into some more descriptions. There's a gym. There's a briefing room. And then there is a
Whoa.
guest office.
Briefing room is kind of cool.
Yeah. And as you walk towards the right end, right? So as you've come down into the southern hallway, there's a really, this of like 20 feet, there's a long connecting hallway that goes through all of it, right? And there are these little blocks of rooms. As you get to the right end of the hallway, there is another restricted access single door, and there is an elf standing there in steward's armor, just looking at y'all. Vinnie.
I think there's a bug in how the walls are constructed for the briefing room.
Okay.
I can see the other side of the restricted door from the
Okay,
square that
that's
I'm
good to
in
know.
now.
Cool.
Just like
Let me.
in case you want to go back and connect those walls later.
Yeah. Let me. Can you still see it? No.
Yep. I can see Shay and someone else standing on the other side of the
I only see Narla.
or Narla
Okay.
and somebody else. So Narla and
Hawkeye.
whomever is in the block under her.
Oh, interesting.
Can we
Okay.
take this opportunity to take a short break?
Sure.
Certainly, I will do so as well. Yes.
So you, because I figured we're gonna cut it right when Vinny was like, I can see through this wall thing.
We
Which then
don't
works.
need to collapse.
Yeah. You can see that to your south there is a small office, and there is a vision glass in there, and there is a. I guess here as you open the door,
Yeah.
and the knoll stands up
I'm
and looks
very.
at you and says,
Yeah.
Heerz is gonna say, "Wow, I've never seen a knoll before," and ask them
Are you-
about their
But John, I'm very excited to say that there are
the most
hyena
restricted
people
pirate
in
on the
Starfinder, dude.
universe.
There's fucking hyena people in this game. I had no idea.
His entire ship was nothing but.
no.
He's never
I
met
grew up
anybody
only
else.
Sharon's.
There's so
Yeah.
much variety on Heer's ship. I don't know how this could be.
He aspirationally called his ship Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
I just want to collect each
I'm gonna need you
and
to
every
shut-
one of you. Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to shut that door unless you have something in here.
I only
over.
have questions in here. Where are you from?
Okay, let's
young
okay,
man.
yeah.
Question mark.
Let's talk about that outside. Okay.
All right,
This is a
come on.
security office. I
Oh,
can't
I
have you in here.
apologize.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
And you see that as you step back out, the elf was like kind of on you, like, why are you just walking into the security office? Had their eyes on you.
Hey, how's it going?
What's
They
up?
didn't say anything to stop you from walking in there, but they criticized you for doing it. Typical military.
Well, I do apologize for trespassing. That was not my intention. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
What are you, may I ask? I'm Sharon. My name is
What?
Heerz.
What kind of question is that?
Well, I
Okay,
do. I
yeah.
apologize. I just never met someone that looks quite like you. Not to be offensive, but yeah.
The Knoll looks at the elf.
Where are you
And
from?
they just like share
Do
glances.
you know what an elf is, Heerz?
Yeah, I know what an
Yeah.
elf is, Rick. Yeah, thanks. Unlike you, I don't kill the things that I see instantly, and I do get to know them. But I just never got to know whatever this person is.
Yeah. Well, I'm a knoll.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
Well,
Have
it's
you
a
never
real
seen a
pleasure.
knoll?
I'm afraid I haven't. I'm embarrassed to say.
Okay. All right.
Pleased to meet your acquaintance. My name is Heerz. What's your name?
Oh yeah. Hi. Well, my name is actually, most people just call me Red. But,
Red?
I do have a name. Yeah. Most people just call me Red.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all that you need to know right now.
Fair enough. I understand. You gotta keep your secrets. Well, I'll call you whatever you wish to be called. Nice to meet you, Red.
It's good to meet you. It's good to meet you. And you are.
Looks at Dr. OK. Reach out a hand.
Dr. Kuntu Ocultus.
Red. Nice to meet you.
Waves at Rick, Colin.
Good to meet you.
Hey.
Yeah. And this here is this is Sylvania.
Could I do like a life science check on
On.
no?
Yeah.
A knoll is like a hyena. It's similar to a patra. It's a humanoid
Yes.
hyena.
Humanoid hyena headed. Reputation as
Yeah.
bloodthirsty raiders, scavengers, and cannibals.
Fair enough.
I want to see if this guy's a cannibal.
Where are you reading these rules? I don't.
That's in the Starfinder alien character
Archives of
deck.
Nethys.
Got it.
Interesting. I will.
Do a life science check, sure.
It does say cannibals in the description.
I wouldn't have made that up.
I love a good brief Starfinder story time.
Yeah. My bonus is. So that makes it a 28.
Here's assists, holding his finger to his chin, thinking that this species that he's just met, he somehow knows a lot about and helps him out.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
you would be able to assist unless you're talking with Dr. OK about it.
All right, fair
I think, I think Dr. OK got it. I mean, Knolls are in Starfinder enhanced, so as a race. So they are from Galarian and meta. They are very much in D&D and Pathfinder, of course. They're like very classic. They are mostly on Akiton, so you could guess that Red is from Akiton, and they are not a cannibal or anything like that. They seem like they are maybe a Knoll who doesn't get into like raiding and their
pure
typical
craft Knoll.
cultural. Yeah,
Okay.
they have. They seem like they've gone and joined the stewards, so they don't seem to be like any of these other values that you would apply to them like as a race. Like they're
What
just
was
a
the
different
elf's
person.
name?
Sylvania.
Sylvania?
No. Yeah, you were close.
She's a light bulb.
What?
No. Sylvania,
I don't
light
get what-
bulbs. No.
Yeah, I
thank
got
you. Yeah.
Or it's like
good.
Sylvania literally means like woods, right? Pennsylvania, Transylvania. She could be like a forest. Yeah, that's what it means.
She
Like Penn's
Just looks
Woods
at
is
you.
Pennsylvania. Oh, okay.
Did you all just get here?
It's red.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're helping your compadres out
acquainting
of here.
ourselves with your facility here. It's quite furnished and decorated. I see. I think there was a Rolu painting back there. Is that original?
I don't
What?
know what a roller painting is.
Oh wait, where did you see that?
I might have been mistaken.
Hi, Doctor. They may call them the Heerz on base. Specifically, it's the last name. Does Fahir make more sense?
What?
Never mind.
But Rolu's last name wasn't Pahir, Colin. How do you even know about Rolu? What are you talking about?
I've got a deep cultural appropriation, appreciation.
Oh yeah. Well, your appreciation, you're appreciating the wrong thing. You're getting his name wrong.
You all
Just gotta
are
say.
quite a hoot to hang out with. You certainly keep my day
What
going.
do you guys do for fun around here?
What do we do for fun? Sylvania just has the best time. You look at Sylvania, her face is flat. She just has the best time at playing crosswords and puzzles. And let me tell you, I am very, very good at tic-tac-toe.
Oh my God, we just
Wow.
rolled
No one-
9-9.
No one has beat me
yeah, pretty
on
much.
the whole base.
Oh.
No one's beat me.
I
You
think I'm
guys,
beginning to see why you guys kind of went down a lot on the asteroid.
You ever play pickleball?
Wait, sorry. Who went down on what asteroid?
Well, we lost. You lost a couple of your mates on the asteroid. They died.
I think you're talking about the Pikes Peritons.
Oh.
We stewards have been here.
All right.
Yeah. And you would know that the Pikes Peritons were the ones who
They're the
lost two people.
mercenaries.
They're the mercenaries.
I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I mean, that's not a
You
surprise.
got a lot of mercenaries coming through the base often, or what's
Well,
the
I'm
deal?
I'm not supposed to say that, but if there are times where we see a lot of new faces, it's a bit of a revolving door, right, Sylvania?
Oh.
Flat face. Nothing. Doesn't say anything.
You
Just
guys
looks at you.
do a lot of operations out of here, I take it.
Well, there are times. Once again, just like, sure. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. Yeah.
Would we know like how big like the bay is? Like is this
like how many people are here, or
Yeah, or just like the complement of like how many ships can be here based on
Seemed like-
coming in, we probably saw from the bridge like the size of it.
You saw that the hangar has 2 ships in it right now.
Right, but is it the only
That's
hangar?
all that you saw for. That's the only
Is
hangar
there
that
the
you saw.
other hangar?
Is there the other
There
hangar?
is no. From what you can see, there's no other hangar that were going to be like ships. I will say that if you want to know more about ships or the crew or the complement or other things here, you'll want to just start to talk with people and find out some more things. But not something you would know on hand. I want to call your attention to something real quick. We did talk about this. I did have this this little thing that says 1415 in your foundry, and I'm just using this to keep a general track of time.
Yeah, I saw that.
Today, so 1415 is
so
actually
cool.
2:15.
And it shows like the sun
Yeah.
like throughout the day. Like it's really cool.
Yeah, press Shift S, and it should come up on your screen.
It's
Yeah.
so awesome.
So that's just to keep track of time. So I just moved it ahead about half an hour, just given terms of like landing, putting stuff down, kind of walking forward, just keeping time moving. All right. Well, look, okay. Well, I do need to.
You want to play
keep
some
going here.
tic-tac-toe?
Oh, I do, but I'm actually gonna be off. I'm actually gonna be off pretty soon. So, could play a little later tonight, maybe after dinner if you want to. Just let me know.
Sure.
Sylvania, join in. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Red.
Does she like to
Red.
spectate tic-tac-toe, or she give advice, or she hasn't said
Yeah.
anything this whole time?
Yeah. Well, she's kind of quiet. But she does tell really good jokes. You look at her, nothing. The whole time, completely blank.
Red's optimism is amazing.
Hey, Red,
Yeah.
I'm looking for some
Yeah, what's up?
armor. I need something better than what I have currently. Do you have a stockpile of armor? I'd be happy to throw you some credits in exchange. Didn't know if you had some Stewards-issued armor that I could pick up.
I mean, we're not really a place that just hands out armor. We're not a store.
Well, we
So-
have sort of fought with each other on the... I don't know if you know what we went through with your friends, but there's a lot we
No.
went through.
I don't. Tell me
Oh.
later over tic-tac-toe.
I definitely will, as long as there's perhaps armor involved. So let's talk about it a little later. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That sounds good. Okay.
Is there?
All right, well, I'm
like,
going to go back in.
Rick speaks up like randomly and kind of like awkwardly and says, "Is there any place that I can access an infosphere terminal?"
Can you access an... Well, I mean, in your room, you should have a place where you can access. There should be a computer in there. You could also try and use the guest office if nobody's working in there. As far as Infosphere, we are, military base, so we do have to keep things pretty tight around here. So I don't know how much you'll get, but you can try. I'm not sure what you're looking for.
Right. Red, you mentioned
Yeah.
this is a military installation. What's the purpose of this place?
And he says pretty much the same thing that... Didn't you ask Orvir this? You know, it seems like they pretty much... Or did you ask Red this? And I'm just remembering from this very conversation.
I asked Orvir
We
if it was a
might have
black
asked
site or
Orvir,
not,
but
and you said it was, for rescues and sometimes for hunting down prisoners from nearby
Escapees.
prisons.
Yeah, and that data missions. Yeah. I'm not really supposed to talk about anything like that, but I mean, we are a steward space. We do the things that most steward space do.
Red
So-
sounds a lot like Morty from Rick and Morty. Just throwing it out.
Okay.
Sylvania, you seem like a pretty independent person. Would you say that you're elf taught?
All right, actually, that was what that was pretty funny.
Red laughs.
As a hyena, that they would. They
That is
Sylvania doesn't laugh.
Wow, tough crowd.
And then you watch, and there's a little there's like a small smirk that just pops up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good pun.
And then quickly goes away. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna get back to work now.
All right,
Walks
bye.
Shuts the door. Bye.
That's kind of weird. Let's go.
Well, that was
So, yeah.
not awkward at all.
Oh. Can I
So
speak
what
to you
do-
about armor? Yeah.
What do you all want to do right now at this moment? What are you thinking?
And it's 1,500 hours almost.
Yeah.
Do we know what time dinner is?
They haven't said yet, but there's gonna be probably gonna be around 5, 6. Yeah.
It's probably every night at 1700.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heerz wants to ask about the puck with someone knowledgeable in the stewards. So if there's some resource for that, and then he wants to pick up some armor, if you could direct him in the proper direction, he would be grateful. If not, he'll try to find out.
Wait. So you want to talk to somebody about the puck and about the armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone trusted,
What
a
is-
high up person about the puck. Yeah.
Okay. You walk over to Sylvania and try and get through. She doesn't let you through. Do you try and message Narla or Shay?
Heerz will message Shay and be like,
Hey, any updates on the puck?
bloop.
No response.
All right.
Hey, any updates on armor? Bloop.
He sends that to
You see
Nala as
red.
well, CC. Yeah.
Okay. No,
Red, like,
red
undelivered?
like seen. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't
left on red.
respond.
Got it.
Narla doesn't respond either.
Well, they're probably busy.
Colin goes back to his bunk, which I think is
Okay.
the bottom.
Top.
Top bunk.
Top up.
Make no
And,
mistake.
He tries to access the infosphere from his room to figure out like what's what's happening with his original humanitarian task. Like, are people looking for him? What's the deal?
Okay.
On Akiton.
What's the deal?
So, hey, what's going on with Akiton? And what are Dr. OK?
with Akiton?
Exactly.
What are Dr. OK and Rick 19 doing? So
Rick
Heerz
does
is trying to text.
similar. Rick goes back to his room, sits down at the terminal, and he's gonna log on. And very similar to what Colin is doing, but he kind of accesses a special Jira and tunnels in to the
Jira? Why? What?
Because he's tunneling in to get to his.
He's got some outstanding tickets.
Yeah. Right. It's for the abolitionists.
Wait, you guys have fucking
front.
for real? You guys have like a like you're part of like some larger abolitionist?
Right, it's a confluence
still?
page. It's
All right.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Right.
Okay.
No, he's kind of checking his message traffic on. It's definitely not like a public void.
Comments.
So he goes into a tunneled website kind of and tries to access to see if there's any other messages from them. And while he's at that, he gets this weird urge to search for what's the latest on Akiton.
And what is Dr. OK doing?
Dr. OK is going to kind of check out some of the facilities around the public areas of the base that he has access to. And he's going to be looking for any signs that Pushdakis was around. Any,
Was like physically there?
Yeah.
Okay. As you
With
are
Bernice.
starting to... With Bernice, yeah.
Wait, can I ask,
you got-
was Pushdakis saved by the Peritons?
We don't know.
Okay. I was just curious why you jumped to physical instead of trying to find him digitally first. I'm
Yeah,
sure you have a reason.
don't necessarily not going to do that, but I think
I'm not.
being I think what he's looking to do is to establish whether or not this place is another trap. He's very apprehensive about it. So he's trying to gather any sort of passive information he can based on where they are.
Okay.
Just from looking around the rooms.
Okay, let's dig into that in a minute and what y'all are doing in a minute. Because I think as Rick and Heerz and Colin are in their rooms and maybe Dr. OK, you're walking in that direction, then as you're walking down, there is a voice.
This is the same Tony.
Bro,
Hawk.
can I at least get armor before this happens, John? That's all I'm asking.
Nope.
I
This is how you get your armor. You gotta kill someone and take it.
Oh
I'm
man.
glad that I have a tone of voice. Dr. OK, you are about to walk around the corner, and then you hear, "Oh, hello! Oh, excuse me. Are you Dr. Okatis?" And you turn around, and you see this small human woman with a red eye,
It's quite the
Dwarf
eye.
has, with gray hair coming down. Oh, it is just so delightful to meet you. I have heard so much. And then, must this be? And she walks and peeks around the corner. Is this Rick?
What have you
19 and
heard, pray
Heerz?
tell?
Rick
Can
draws
I
his
ask
gun.
who you are?
Yeah, freaking run. This
Please.
does not sound good.
Oh, please. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please do not be alarmed in the slightest. I am Dr. Rel Nodens. And, it's so good to meet you. I've heard a lot about you. I thank you for everything that you've done. Is Colin here? She walks down. Oh, Colin, hello. How are you?
Run, Colin.
You all must be you must be so exhausted. Please.
John,
rest.
I'm sorry. What was your
Take
name
a
again?
breath.
What is
Colin's
going
eyebrows are
on?
At his hairline.
She looks like
sorry,
an
I didn't think
villain
I quite
asset.
caught your name completely.
Dr. Rel
Nodens, R-E-L. That's my full name, but I go by Rel. It's just easy.
What kind of doctor do you? What kind of are you medical doctor or another type? Sorry.
Well, you might know how some of these things go. You start off being a medical doctor, and then the stewards offer a good position, and you take the money, and you just, you go wherever they want you to go. Anyway, I'm getting beside myself. I don't mean to take up too much of your time.
Well, I mean, your role sounds fascinating.
I do.
Could you tell me more about it?
I am actually more than happy to share a lot about it. I want to hear more about your role and your research. We will have plenty of time for that. I will be doing your medical exam, and we'll be having a quick chat, a little debriefing to go over everything.
Is there
We'll do that tomorrow. Not today. Don't worry at all. It's gonna be easy.
All right.
And that's our game.
Alright, as far as NPCs go, she looks sus at least. That's all I'll say.
Sus.
She sounds